If you don't know how to do stitch braids using your pinky finger, like you struggle to make the lines with your pinky finger and you struggle to feed in hair for stitch braids or feeding braids, I got you. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do it another way. This is a totally different way to do feeding braids and stitch braids. No, I did not use my pinky finger, and no, I did not feed in hair for this. So just watch me. All right, so once you've done the tiny little braid in between the parting of the natural hair, you're going to split the braiding hair, start from small sizes to big sizes. You're going to crochet it in the tiny little braid like this. Okay, so let the size progress. So from tiny little braiding hair to like thicker braiding hair, you just continue to crochet in the hair all the way to the very end of the braid. All right, it's time to do the stitch braids. How are we gonna do this? Okay, I'm not using my pinky finger, so this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to use my index finger, okay? This is how I do my stitch braids. My index finger is easier for me to make the lines than my pinky finger. For the life of me, I cannot get my pinky finger to do the stitch braids. I don't know if it's because they're like so small, and just the way I would position my hand, it makes it difficult for me to like use my pinky to part the lines as I go. So my index finger is already like right there, like right where I'm making the braid. So I really just use it to make the lines. So make a line on the left, braid, make a line on the right, braid, make a line on the left, braid. And I'm really just taking my time, so no rush. And as I'm taking in the natural hair, also taking the braiding hair that we fed in between the braid. Okay, so take your time with this. Try this out. Try using your index finger if it's easier for you to do it. And you can also use a comb. Let me know if you want to see how to do it with a comb as well. But the index finger is really easier for me, so that way I can just keep going. All right, so we're really doing this stitch braids with her hair completely natural, and we did not straighten the hair, no blowing out. She basically stretched it out with Bantu knots, as you can see, and I'm just like unraveling the Bantu knots. So we're doing stitch braids with completely natural hair, 4C hair, with no straightening of her hair, and her hair is so beautiful, as you can see. So while I was you know, loosening up the Bantu knot, I observed her scalp, and I noticed that the pores on her scalp needed hydration. So I just wanted to share this with you because I when I'm doing somebody's hair, and I can tell if your scalp needs water, and I could tell that you're not drinking enough water. And so I noticed that the pores on her scalp was, was a little bit, I don't know, it's not dry, but you could see the dots of her scalp. So usually when you have that, it's usually an indication that you're not drinking enough water. So I'm telling you this so you guys make sure you hydrate, because hydration is really good for your hair. And yeah, please take care of your hair. So now we're pre-sectioning her hair for the style. So I like to pre-section, and I'm doing like flat twists. I'm just pre-sectioning it so I can count how many braids we're doing, and so that I make sure that all the braids are like, all the braids are equal in good size. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. So pre-part, pre-section, do all that before you actually start, so that way you can see how much hair or how many braids you're doing. Like you see, I had to unravel that and add more hair. So yeah, that's what pre-parting is going to help you do. All right, so another thing you need for the technique of the feeding the hair, fitting in the hair, you need a very good pre-stretch hair, okay? And I'm using the one from Outre. Like, you need a hair that doesn't tangle much or like doesn't snag much, so that way it's easy for you to do the style and you're not like struggling and the hair is not all over the place. So this is Outre's pre-stretch braiding hair, and that's what we're using today. And as you can see, this hair, the quality is good. I always use this braiding hair on my channel. Like, it doesn't really shed as much as other brands, so it's like just a little bit of shedding, as you can see, which really you could just stretch it out, straighten it out, put it back in the hair. So the hair is nice and easy for you to do all types of braid hairstyles, feeding braids, box braids. I use it a lot for different braids. So I'm sure every time you see me doing braids on my channel, most of the time I'm using this hair. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the link to this hair in the description. They have different colors and you could just use it for all the different hairstyles. And I'm also going to show you a technique for curling hair. This is a traditional technique we do in Nigeria, in Africa. So when we don't have any type of like flexi rods or anything to curl hair, we use the technique. So I'll show you at the end of the video, so just make sure you watch the video all the way to the end. All right, another thing I wanted to say is, so the length of the hair, the pre-stretch hair from Outre we're using is 52 inches. So you want to use like a long length like that, since we're not feeding in hair, and you're basically just putting in the braiding hair with the crochet needle. So yeah, I'm gonna assume you don't know how to feed in hair, right? And if you want the length of the braid to be long, you just want to continue to feed in hair all the way to the very end of the finishing of the braid. But anyways, I just want to check in with you guys. Hope you guys are doing good. Yeah, I hope all is well with you guys. I feel like there's like a, I don't know, there's this energy of like transition that is like going on. I don't know if you're feeling it as well, like transitioning into a new phase, into a new season, and it's like the old is the old is leaving so the new can come. And yeah, I've been experiencing like just that internal, I don't know, internal transition within myself. And yeah, and so lately, I know I've been doing a lot of tutorials like for the past, I don't know, since 2020. And so my transitioning has been calling me forward to acknowledge other parts of myself. Because yeah, I love to do hair. I'm also just an artist. I like to express myself in other ways as well. I like to I like to dance. I like to I like to act. I like to do poetry. I like to use my voice to encourage people. And if you are my subscriber, you probably have been noticing the change on this channel. So yeah, I'm still gonna, of course, do the tutorials because I don't think hair will ever leave me. I've been doing hair since I was 5 years old. So yeah, I'm just trying to acknowledge other parts of myself. So yeah, if you've been noticing the change, that's what's been happening. The internal transition has been happening. And yeah, I'm just bringing all parts of myself. So you're gonna get to know me more. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let me show you the traditional way we curl hair. So you're gonna take thread, right? And you're gonna like fold the thread in two so it's like thick like this. You're gonna wrap it around, make it nice and tight in the beginning. And then you're just going to wrap it over the braiding hair loosely, almost like in an angled way, as you can see, not straight across, but like in an angled way. The reason is because you're going to pull it up to form the curl. So you're going to push it up now. You push it up, and then you're going to make a knot, make it really nice and tight so it doesn't come undone. And yeah, this is basically how to prepare the curl. We're going to dip it in hot water So let's finish the rest. You're gonna dip in hot water. When you unravel it, you're gonna see the curls come out. And that's the finished look, guys. It's so pretty. Yeah, I always like to show you guys different ways to do something, because yeah, different method works for different people. Yeah, this, you don't have to do stitch braids with your pinky finger. You could use your index finger, you could use a comb, or whatever you want to do to still achieve the same result. So send this to your sister, send this to your hairstylist, whoever you know can try a different way that will work for them. So thank you for watching, and check out Outre hair. I will leave it in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.